Back. Now, Jason Byrne is with me here. Jason, you're very welcome. Thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah.
We've all been really shocked about what we've been seeing and hearing from Ukraine on tonight's programme and over the last 6 weeks. And you've felt that as well, right?
Yeah. It's been horrific. Even from the very start of the war, when we've seen it all being pumped into the houses, and it was just going, oh my God, like what could we do? You know what I mean? So the easiest thing again for us to do as comedians is to put a show on, and that's what we've done. We've put on a show to help the Red Cross for the Ukraine, and we're going to be doing it in Galway on the 28th, and so just
the 28th of April, is it?
28th of April, yeah, just try and bring in a bit of fast cash. Because I was talking to one of the Red Cross guys today, and they were just saying they need money now. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of us have been, donating, the clothes and the bits and the pieces like that, but they really need the cash now because if this was Ireland, this is what really kind of compelled me, that if this happened in Ireland and it happened to my family and I had to move my children, I would really hope some other countries would help me like this.
Yeah, and that's what we see tonight, is people just having to uproot with what they can carry with them and arrive here in this country and try and make a life for themselves. What do you think, though, about how we've been handling it? Because we know the Irish Red Cross, they've been dealing with all the pledges. So people who've said, I've got room in my house, or I've got, an empty apartment and so on. And the Irish Red Cross are doing the best that they can, but it's a really tough gig for them.
They don't have them. Well, they don't have the manpower. I mean, I heard say like 24,000 people have put out, done the pledge, and they don't have the manpower to deal with that, to vet everybody. And it's look, this is what I think anyway. I think that the government seem to have thrown this on the Red Cross. Do you know what I mean? They've said that bring in all these refugees. There's no problem. But it looks like the Red Cross is going, no, there is a problem, but the government aren't giving them the money. So it's people like me that have to put on a gig, or the people all around Ireland here that have to donate money. And, it's really frustrating in a way.
You've been in this situation before many, many times where you've been asked to do gigs. I know you don't mind, and you always say yes if you can. But there are questions there around having to do charity gigs for things that maybe people might think the state should be paying for. Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty tired of doing gigs around the country all the time to try and help people in this country. And so, on the 2nd of May, I'm doing a run for 5 to 10k for our cancer support centres, which is basically support centres for people with cancer that should be run by the government, but it's not. It's like the whole of Ireland have to donate to that and try and keep it running. So I'm going to have to do a run for that. And then this was something that totally was nailed home with me. I've got Swedish nieces, and I was doing a marathon for Temple Street Children's Hospital. And I told them, my Swedish nieces, Sophie and Amanda, and they went, oh, that's brilliant. And they said, what country is it for? And I said, well, it's for Ireland. And they said, what? Why would you be doing a charity run for a children's hospital in Ireland? And
they didn't get it.
They couldn't believe it. And look, we know how Scandinavians run and all that kind of stuff, but they were going, why aren't your government paying for that? So, and look, and the other thing is as well, with our government here is that the frustrating thing is that, the whole of Ireland are going well, why aren't they now looking at our housing problem? Why aren't they giving us money for our houses and all? But yes, there is Irish people that are distraught, but these guys are coming from a war zone. They've literally had bullets flinging over their heads, their houses crushed. They don't have anywhere to go. We're just trying to help them at that point.
Coming back then to the Red Cross, and you're helping the Red Cross with this gig. Do you think that they should be helped by the government to sort out these pledges of accommodation in people's homes so that can be ramped up?
Yeah, full on they should be. Yeah, they should get, the government should give them more manpower to try and help them with the pledge. Because obviously all these families all have to be vetted and who's going where. So yeah, definitely all that. And then as well, the Red Cross were saying that they have Red Cross, people all over Ireland that they're trying to pay and fund. And as well as that, the Red Cross is working in the countries surrounding the Ukraine, because 4 million of them have left the Ukraine, and they're all in all these different countries, and they're all at these different stations that need money.
Because we're hearing tonight and over the last couple of days that people who've said, yeah, I've got a room in my house, or I've got an empty apartment, they've pledged that online to the Red Cross, but they haven't had a call back, and that's been weeks ago. Now, who do you hold responsible for that?
Well, the government. That's who I would. It's not Red Cross's fault, because I don't know of course, none of us know the actual facts, though, but it seems that it looks like the government have said to the Ukraine people, come on in, we'll let 80,000 in, and then told the Red Cross. Or either have said to the Red Cross, oh, we'll let a few of them into our country, and the Red Cross going, oh, yeah, OK, but how many, what, there's miscommunication somewhere.
Yeah, but the problem is that, you know, if those offers of accommodation in people's homes, if they aren't taken up now, you're giving people the chance to think twice about it and say, well, look, I think that's not going to work out for me. Whereas if you strike when the iron is hot and contact those people and put the Ukrainian people in those homes, you might sort out those problems.
Yeah, I mean, what's stopping us going right up to the Ukrainians and just saying, do you want to stay in my house? I mean,
So
can
Irish
they do
people
that?
just reaching out and doing it themselves.
Yeah, can you not do something like that?
You can, people are, and people are.
I mean, I suppose the problem is that when you run it through the Red Cross, you run through government, you're going to be hitting red tape because they don't want to be seen doing it the wrong way and sending these Ukrainians to the wrong house or wherever they have to do, or you know. And as well as that, I mean, how long are they going to stay in your house?
Well, you want to have the protections in place and the supports in place as well. That's why I suppose you'd want to go through the proper channels. Anyway, your effort is the gig on the 28th in Galway.
So it'll help, yeah. Every bit helps Red Cross. If we can all help, we should just do that.
Jason, thanks very much for coming in.
Thanks, Claire. Okay.